Rebecca.
And me, Sydney.
And of course, this is our podcast.
Thank you for noticing Bachelor Edition.
And we have our red lips on to celebrate,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, a rose ceremony.
Oh my God, I need some roses in my life. It's almost Valentine's Day.
Oh, Galentine's is coming up.
Thank you. Thank you. I am the only single friend, so Galentine's is what I'm celebrating.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't
I
have
think
to be single to celebrate Galentine's Day.
no, you're right, I guess, but I just think I get kind of salty. Anyway, um,
The drama.
yeah, so we have our cute red lips on. It's really cute to see Bex in a red lip because I never see her in a red lip. She's monopolized the nudes. All she has is nudes.
Like 70 nudes.
Yeah. I love it though.
I guess. So, yeah, we're here for the rose ceremony. Hopefully, we get a rose ceremony this week.
Oh my God, right? We better get two this week. They keep cutting us off.
I know.
And I hate it. But
But Sydney, being the secretary she is, took impeccable notes. So we're going to go off of her notes because mine, I probably won't even be able to read what I wrote, which
you
is
like
definitely
hand wrote notes?
no,
Oh.
no, but I did it in my notepad, but like
Okay.
still, you know.
Sure.
The typos just alone, probably even just in the
Yeah.
notes. I also have a different background. We're just like playing around mostly
I
because
love it.
my stomach hurts and I like don't want to move and
No,
like
I
set up
love
the
it.
table and everything. It's because you're not seeing the creepy photos.
It's also got like a purple hue. There's like plants. It's cute. And if you notice, I also have a purple hue going on. It's cute.
Okay. I feel like the theme of the day will be brows and lips for us.
Thank you.
So let's jump right in. Let's start with this
All right.
episode. Tell us your thoughts.
So here's the thing. I wrote down notes. They are very, very concise. They're very all over the place, but it's just like my instant reactions to what I'm seeing. Okay, so this has not been looked at since Monday. And we're just gonna go down the list. I thought it was like one of the more eventful episodes that we've had. It's been kind of slow with Matt James.
Be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if eventful would be it for me.
Really? Because he like sent so many of the main players home.
Well, you're right. Actually, this one did keep me a little bit more afloat than last week's was.
They're usually
Last week's was a little bit more boring.
like so boring. But okay, first on the list of notes, MJ telling Anna, "Don't worry, you did the right thing." As
Wait,
Anna's freaking out. Okay.
see, and I thought that was like a foreshadowing moment at first, but how they made it seem was that like maybe she went and talked to Matt, told him the truth, and then came back.
No.
And then MJ was consoling, but like he sent her home immediately.
Oh my God. Immediately, guys.
Immediate.
So Matt came out and like told the girls, I heard that there's been some bullying going on and like some rumors, which kind of like freaked me out last week that Katie told him that there was like some serious allegations being spread and he didn't ask what they were.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, that sucks. I'll have to address that. I'm like, you're being sus. Why don't you want to know what the rumors are?
I'm sorry. I can't concentrate because your lips look so much better than mine. I'm sorry. I'm just like looking at my paper thin lips like
you're upsetting me. You're really hurting my feelings currently.
Like where did they go? And I'm like they're freaking juicy over here.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Keep going. No, Katie was giving major like platonic vibes.
Oh
like
God,
I think she'll make it because like people like her now, but I have another mirror set up so I can have another angle of me how I look like. I think she's going to make it far because people like her now. Yeah. But I don't think her and Matt are.
Oh my God, literally talking to herself in the mirror. I'm dead.
Wait, is it giving you like a different like view?
So I'll set one up here and be like,
well, it's like we're talking to each other, no?
I know, it is cute. It is cute. Okay, wait.
I'll try not to look.
It's gonna be hard for her. But what I wrote that down for is because MJ has tried to slide through like she's, unproblematic this whole time. And she's literally telling Anna, like, don't worry, you did the right thing. You did the right thing.
You did not do the right thing.
A terrible rumor that had no basis.
Yeah, the gossip is just extraordinary. And let's just not forget to mention, did MJ forget like a refreshing spray or a
Oh,
mister bottle? Like her
I'm dead.
curls,
What do you
her
mean?
curls will look great on wash day, and then like as like the day goes by, 2 days, I'm like,
Just a frizz ball.
honey, you're a
Yeah.
hairdresser.
Right.
Where's the
Right.
definition?
Right.
It's
Yeah, the black girls
lacking,
in
just like your
the
common sense.
house are well, I hate her. I just hate her. And
Yeah.
I wanted to like her in the beginning. And then just the more that she's shown herself with Sarah, even, Sarah was like, "Can I talk to you? I just want to talk to you about what's going on." She's like, "I need time to digest," and walked away from her. Like your friend in the house is sobbing, asking to talk to you, and you walk away.
Yeah,
No,
she needed to cool down.
she needed to cool down. I've hated her since that split moment. And
Yeah.
now she's telling Anna, top of the don't worry, you do the right thing. So,
Well, that's exactly it. I think she showed her true colors in that moment. She
mhm,
had a really good job like keeping her face on, and then all of a
yeah.
sudden it was gone.
Some girls just can't help but love the drama. I've worked with plenty of girls like that who like to pretend like they don't like drama and like whatever, and then not at the salon that we worked at, but and then they're the ones perpetuating all of the bullshit.
I
It's
thought you were
like
talking about me.
to your face. I'm like, "Ooh, I've worked with people like that."
Wait, something you would totally say to
Yeah, I
me.
would for sure. Okay,
So
next
MJ's
one.
on our list. She's on the
Yeah,
chopping block.
there's a lot on this notes app, by the way. The next one is Varsity Squad versus New Girls.
Yeah. The JV.
Um,
No, it's varsity versus JV.
right. So we first heard this term because Victoria was like walking the track. Producers set this up. Like the first scene, they're like walking around the outside grounds, and then like Brittany's walking by them at the same time. And Victoria's like, "Ugh, I just hate the JVs. Like it's varsity all the way." Blah, blah. I'm like, what the
Wait.
fuck?
Also in that clip, if
Start over. It's fine.
if you guys didn't know, she earlier in the season, Victoria's like, this isn't a sorority house, like you guys aren't my sisters. But then on her little walk around the park, she was like, the hazing hasn't even begun.
Oh my god.
So what
The
sorority are you
hating.
in yet?
Well, and it's like, guys, are none of you critically thinking here? Do you think the girls had a choice? And do you think if you had that choice, you would say, "Nah, I'm not gonna come on the show late"?
Well, as if they chose, as
Right,
if
that's what
they
I'm saying.
chose.
Let's use our brains, girls. Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah,
Hazing the new girl? You
yeah.
didn't haze anyone. Like, I don't know. It's
And
just stupid.
honey, the thought that like you're varsity just because you showed up first.
When your bra is showing every dress you wear?
Clearly not. Like you both haven't even gotten a one-on-one.
Oh my God. Well, and that's the thing. It
Like
should really be
that's
varsity based on who Matt even gives a fuck
well,
about,
that's what I was
because
gonna
it's
say.
not that.
Varsity should be the one-on-ones, like not
Yeah,
the people that are in a group date every single time.
for sure. The next one says Anna's looking the best she's ever looked on probably her final night.
Ooh,
LOL.
I don't know. I didn't like that pony.
I loved it. I thought it was so cute. And her dress I thought was so cute. I was like, she's never looked this good.
The
Or she's
dress,
never looked
sure.
less basic, is what I'm trying to say. She looked like she had a style, like a theme to her that night, as opposed to
Yeah,
like,
it looked like she was almost coming for what's her name? Kit.
ew, yeah. Yeah, definitely a kid vibe that night for sure. And you know what? I will say this too. Victoria, best she's ever looked on her final night.
Best she's ever looked.
Not in
Yeah,
the
they got a
face,
little
but the
yeah.
dress was cute. It was fitting her
Her
well.
her bra was still
Her
showing.
bra was still out in true Victoria fashion,
Like, honey,
but the
you were
dress fit her
going
well. I was
well,
like, oh,
you were going on The Bachelor. Like, you know you're gonna be on this TV show. You did not get I get you're a large bosom woman. Like, yes, I can relate, but you
but
didn't
like
get some like
barely.
custom bras made?
Well, and okay, let's just be real. I mean, me personally in high school and whenever we needed to have a dress, now I will say I have little bitty titty privilege where like I never wore a bra with those dresses. Never. Ever. So
Yeah,
it's
no.
mind blowing to me that she would wear this like extensive bra that's like not hiding
No.
anything.
Well, see, yeah, you don't get it. I had to wear a bra to all of my dances. There was like one I didn't, and I looked back at photos and was like, "Oh my god, whose rib cage is that?" Anyways, I but sew a bra into the dress. Wear some chicken
Yeah, you're
cutlets.
going on
There's like
national television.
it's 2021. It was 2020 when you filmed. There are so many options for
Well, and they have
bosoms.
those bras now that like pull in the front and like, yeah, there's no
That's what I'm
excuse.
saying. No
There's no
excuse.
excuse. But yeah, Anna looked
Toilet
pretty
paper at all expense. Like pad your shit with some paper towel and toilet paper at that point.
absolutely, absolutely. Especially, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. The next note says Victoria's sty still going strong
I'm worried that she's gonna have long lasting damage.
from this uncared for sty that's on her eye for
I mean, why
weeks.
has Medic not gotten involved yet?
And like no one asked her like what's going on there? Are you
I
allergic
s-
to the plants or
yeah, why
what's
are the
up?
girls not asking? No, I still stand by. I think the reason she has this sty is because she supposedly was sleeping on the couch because she hated Marilyn so much, and all the
I
girls
think
were
that was a
sitting.
fake though.
No, I don't know, but maybe. But all those girls are like, booty shorts and shit on that couch. Like, she probably
You
got
think
pink
she got
eye.
some juices in her eye?
Yeah, because they like even when they wait for the date card to come, they've got like the pillows. They're sitting on pillows. They got like the pillows over their vaginas. Like it's like touching them all over. And then if she went in late on there, come on, I don't know. It could happen.
I feel you,
Some
maybe.
nasty assholes in
I
the
think she should
house.
address it for sure.
That's what I would have done. I'd been like, okay, who gave me pink eye?
Well, like tell the girls hate her because not one of them was like, "What's going on with your eyeball?" They all were like, "You can walk around in front of Matt like that. Who cares?" Um, Wait. So my next note says Anna shitting bricks because she literally is
Okay,
freaking out
here's the thing though, too, which you guys obviously, if you haven't realized by now, they're starting this episode with a cocktail and rose ceremony.
from last week.
So like that's how we're starting off. So like
Yeah, just a lot. That's what I mean. A lot of drama in the beginning, some drama in the middle and end, but um yeah, I definitely it was so funny. It was so funny. Matt comes out and is like, "We're not going to be tolerating this behavior. It's really I've heard a lot of things, blah blah blah." And he leaves and immediately all the girls out there. You know what? Did you guys really think that we made you feel that way? I am so sorry. Oh my god. We had
oh my
no
god,
idea. Serena C, whichever the fuck. She's like, "You know what? I apologize because I just didn't know." I'm like, "Yes, you did."
you guys were all involved.
Wait, in front of these girls' faces, they're saying they didn't know when you're the one bullying them.
Talk
Like,
about
what?
gaslighting.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
and
and
Victoria, you know that I just play around and play.
oh, wait, when she said to the Queen of Puerto Rico or whatever, like,
You're mixing them
sorry,
all up.
no, the girl from Puerto Rico.
Mari's the one from Puerto Rico.
I said yeah, but the Queen from Puerto Rico because she wore the tiara. She was like Miss Puerto Rico.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, she was one of the new girls that came in.
I know the tiara one, but I didn't know she was also
She
from Puerto
wore
Rico
her
like Mari.
stash. I thought she wore her sash. Yeah,
She
she
did.
was
I
like
just
Miss.
didn't read it.
She was like Miss Puerto Rico. Um, Victoria now apologizing for grabbing her crown. Probably the crown that she won, mind
Yeah.
you,
No,
which
literally.
is so offensive.
Yeah. It's terrible.
But it's also great television. But yeah, so they groveled because they thought they were gonna be staying in the house.
Immediately groveled. Immediately groveled. And it was
Would you
hilarious.
grovel? Would you grovel?
No.
Yeah.
Just like the other Serena, the Asian one, she was like, all this kiss ass shit happening. She was like,
I
I
like
don't stand
her.
for I hate her actually, but I stand by I like people who stand by what they say. She wasn't just
Yeah.
fucking floating around. But my next note says, OMG, Matt telling Brittany he can see a future with her, dot, dot, dot. Okay.
Wait, I didn't hear that, but I love it. You hate
No,
it. You hate the idea.
well, it's fake. It's fake. He literally like has spent 2 seconds with this girl and he's sitting there like, I just, I really see a future with you. He just doesn't want her to go home because she's like gonna put out, you know what I mean? And he's just like
Oh, for the
really
fantasy suite?
yes.
Yeah.
She walked out the limo making out with you. She's a hoe. He's interested, of course. And he's like, I really can see a future with you, blah, blah, blah. That was a mental note. I was like, yeah, you're bullshitting. Because he says that to every single woman. I
Every
love
woman.
with you.
Every
Like,
woman. It's like
Yeah.
that episode of Bridgerton when Daphne and Simon are laughing because they're like, okay, chapter 7, this is what they do next. And like
Yes,
the prince
literally.
would go up to every woman like, this gown is exquisite on you.
Yes, literally. We just both watched Bridgerton. We're in that hard right now.
So my personality now, ladies, are going to be for Lady Sydney and Lady Rebecca. But we
Oh,
are both queens of different areas. Queen
she
of
sent
Villa
me
Park.
she sent me a video of her talking like this to Myrtle, to her cat. Lady
Lady
Myrtle.
Lady Myrtle, and I am Queen Rebecca of Villa Park, and Sydney is Queen Sydney of Lagrange Park.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone who is trying to zero in on my location, there you go. It's pretty close. So, okay, wait. So my next note says MJ instigating hard. She like won't quit. She's like in with the people who are the worst. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
she's like, oh my God, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even involved. I wasn't even involved. This isn't even about me. Like, sorry, guys. Sorry
I
that this
wasn't even
happened to you.
involved, but I'm going up to each person involved, telling them that they did the right thing.
Wait,
Like,
you cut out. What did you say?
she wasn't involved, but she's
Yeah.
going up to everyone who was involved and is like aligning with them.
Well, yeah, they're her best buds.
Yeah. So then at that point, Matt sits down with Anna. He like goes up to her and asks to talk to her, and she's like, yeah, sure. And you can tell that she like probably had the diarrhea. She was freaking out. And so she's sitting on the couch and he's being respectful, but he's like, she, to her credit, immediately owns up to it. And she says that she knows it's wrong what she did and it was out of character for
I
her,
did
which I don't
respect that.
I don't think
I
it
don't
was
think
out
it
of
was.
character.
No.
Don't think so. But I did respect the fact that she just owned up to it. She didn't try to say, well, she did this and blah blah blah. Like she just did it. And Matt was very nice to her. He handles these like a politician, is what I'm saying. Like he just knows the right things to say. He's like,
House of
I don't think
Representatives.
yeah, yeah. He's like, I don't think you're a bad person. We've all done things and said things that we regret later that don't, identify us with who we are and like whatever. He's like, but bitch, you can't be here.
Wait, something I would totally do, like totally like sympathize and like
Yes.
tell you like everything's gonna be okay. But like, no, it's over.
Yeah, but bye-bye. That does not mean anything. You're leaving.
Yeah,
I
I
loved it.
loved it.
She literally
Loved it.
tells him that she's getting a rash because she's so upset.
Wait, that remember when I had my first therapy appointment with
Oh
my
my
new
god.
therapist?
Hives.
I sent Sydney and my friend Carrie a video. I was hived my whole entire chest.
Hives. I
That
mean,
doesn't happen to me often.
yeah. I mean, that if there was ever a time for me to break out in hives, it would be there. It would be on the couch on The Bachelor getting sent home because I was a bully.
Could you wait? Barb would say that she could imagine, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You
For
aren't
sure.
a bully though.
I'm not. I'm
So you
not.
wouldn't. But I do respect her owning up to it, but it was disrespectful her starting it. Also, let's not mention, but we'll mention how on the show they are so shameful towards sex workers and like if she was to be
Okay.
an escort, but then
Okay.
online Brittany's like, "Oh, it's okay. Like if this is what you want to do, do it. Like I'm all for it. Empowerment to the people." But it's like, but you're literally acting like this is going to ruin your life and your mom's going to hate you and yada yada yada.
And verbally will say, like, this could ruin my whole life. And you're
Same
like,
with Matt. He was like that too. Like these accusations could ruin someone's life and career. And it's like, really?
it's like everyone's showing their tits on OnlyFans these days. I really don't think it's
Including
like that.
Sydney.
I wish. I wish. I would send you guys the code immediately. Send you the link would be in the bio if I had an OnlyFans. I'm pissed that
this
I
is
don't have one of
this is
those.
my OnlyFans. Fuck, I got like a oil stain on it too somewhere,
I'm
but
pissed that I don't have that top. I will just say that. It's really cute grandma vibes. I love it.
catch me on my OnlyFans if you want to see it.
Wait. My next note. OMG. I couldn't remember Chelsea's name. I wrote OMG bald model saying the house isn't toxic.
Wait, what we talked about telling black women that they were bald, Sydney.
Well, she's literally bald. She shaved her head off. She shaved her head. So
Okay.
I think saying that she's the bald girl is like pretty accurate. But Maybe buzzed is the right term, but
Yeah, yeah,
um
shaved.
whatever. I'm losing my interest for her because she sat there and was one of the girls that
Yep.
was a part of the shit before, the shit talking, and then
Well,
was sitting there and was like, I don't think the house is toxic. She said that.
yeah, I know. I thought that was a little crazy. She's like, I'm just gonna put this out there. Like, do you guys even think it's toxic? I'm like, what show? Where are you?
I was
Have you
like,
been missing?
What? I'm like, you were a part of it. That's why, sis.
Yeah.
She just wasn't as heavy as the others, but like, I don't know. I didn't like that. It made me really not like her.
I was
Um,
uncomfy at that part too.
uncomfy. Like everyone trying to take a step back and be like, I don't see what you're talking about. Like the meme, wait on TikTok when someone does something that everyone in the comments starts posting the blind people. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. Wait, but they're like, I don't see anything. I didn't see it. That's
Wait, that's like on the prison TikToks. Everyone's like the one guy Carrie sent us when he was using like a machete to cut up his food,
I can't.
and I'm sure all the comments were probably
They're
like
just
the blind emoji.
yeah,
We're like
what
taking notes. Okay, use this to build a machete in prison.
yes, yes, I love it.
So funny.
Um, Michelle. Who's Michelle?
Michelle. um, wait, who the fuck's Michelle? Oh,
Oh,
the one that he likes. The first one that he. So this
yes.
episode too, if you didn't know, he had his eyes closed, kissing multiple women,
Yeah,
but Michelle was the first woman that he kissed with his eyes
close.
closed.
Well, so my next note says Michelle saying, "No, you guys are bitches," basically. So
Yeah.
Michelle is like coming in with the truth, being like, "No, all of you guys can't just pretend like you didn't do this. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were all were here, and you've been rude, and I've been uncomfortable this whole time."
Which I think was good that she said that.
Yeah,
She
Queen
needed to.
Michelle, as no, as always, Queen
Her
Michelle, love
teeth
her.
still bug me, but
Okay,
mine do
wait.
too. So it's not saying much.
And then my next one says Serena P saying that they were all oblivious. You were all part of it in all caps fake. I was pissed.
Serena P is fake, just like she's
She's so
faking her
fake.
autoimmune disorder. Like it
Oh
just
my
is like
God. Where do you gather that? What? Wait, that's fucked up.
should I delete that?
No.
No,
Okay.
I like Serena P. I mean, she doesn't bother me. She just looks so young and
Yeah, it
small
freaks
and
me out. And
frail.
I hate girls that are like, oh my God, I didn't like I just hate that. Next one says new curly girl crying about being called a hoe, lol.
Wait, can't stand her.
I know. I
Like,
know.
what is she offering?
Again, wait, again, in the year of our Lord 2021,
Ooh.
we're gonna cry about being called a hoe?
Well, right. Like, okay, thanks.
Call me a Rebecca calls me a hoe every day.
Yeah,
And
she's
I
like a
go, I
slur.
am.
Yeah, she's like a
It's like
freaking hooer.
not at all, actually. Um,
Just see
but
her like sensual look.
well, yeah, and then she's like, why don't you text him first? And I'm like, no.
Sydney's
But
never even kissed a boy.
never. Oh my God. Um,
Same.
but like I just didn't know that we were still giving the word hoe that much weight, is what
Well,
I'm
that's what I
saying.
mean. They're like totally shaming of like women and
Women
sex
who
and
are
everything.
empowered sexually. Yeah.
Which, like, hey, I love shaming that too, but like,
Yes,
it's
she loves.
2021.
Yeah. Not on
Like, get
national
on.
television.
No,
That's the thing.
we put a front on, and you would too
Yes.
for a check.
Yes. And they should have for a check.
They should have for a check.
Yeah. So, and then Victoria is saying that she's always playful, never malicious to the girl that she called a hoe. Let's just say that.
But see, like that's what I mean. Like that's
Yeah.
why I love Hate Victoria because I'm like, at least Victoria, like truly, yeah, she's probably calling him a hoe
Great.
and a slut
To
and a
your
hooer.
face.
But like she is probably just like having funsies, like how I have funsies, you
No,
know?
I think she's mean, like a mean
Oh.
person, but she's not mean like behind your back. She's mean to your face. Like what you see is what you get with her.
Mm-hmm,
As
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
opposed to like all the fucking others, like Chelsea, who's like sneaky behind people's backs and then being like, it's actually not bad. I
Who
hate
the
it.
fuck is Chelsea? Oh, bald
Bald
girl.
model. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Okay. Dress killing it though. Again, prob on her last night, lol.
yeah.
And then so Matt meets up with Victoria talks to her about the whole situation. He's calling her out too, a little less so. I think he's scared of her.
I
Um,
would be.
yeah, I would be too. And he tells her, he makes the fatal mistake. He tells her that Katie is the one that outed them all.
Yeah, why would he do that? Well,
Matt?
producers probably told him, or he's just an
No,
idiot.
I think he's just an idiot. I think he's just stupid. He literally was like, when Katie told me that, there was so much bullying in the house, you see Victoria start to like rage.
Well, yeah, because she kind of liked Katie in the beginning.
No, and remember her and Katie fought like hardcore.
Yeah, I
So
know.
that's her arch nemesis. And then I put Matt naming names and all these exclamation points after it.
It's like, dude, you can't be trusted.
Like,
What are
what
you
are you
gonna go and like
doing?
tell your buddies all about me too
Oh
when you
my
say
God.
something? Like
Yes,
loose lips
absolutely.
sink ships.
I know. And then next, Matt literally, this is okay. I gave him props here because Victoria, he's like, Ryan said that you called her a hoe because she dances. And Victoria's like, she's taking that out of context. And he's like, but what context would that be okay in?
Yes.
And then you can see her just like know that she's been caught. You know what I mean? She can't manipulate him anymore.
Yep.
Um, and he straight up gets up and walks away from her.
Well, and yeah, he's like, I just can't do this right now. I have to think about things. And that's the best when you want to make someone feel truly uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
recently did this the other day in the salon. When someone says something and they think that like you are in on the joke or whatever it is, you just have to ask them like, well, what do you mean by that? Or
Mm-hmm.
like explain that for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, like how he did it to her, people,
Mm-hmm.
I think they realize like, oh shit.
Yeah, for sure. They're like, oh, I can't pull the wool over your eyes anymore. You don't see where I'm coming from, kind of thing.
No, yeah, and they
Yeah.
have to be like they have to now they have to repeat it. So it's one thing for
Right.
them to like have said it once, but now you have to like they're repeating it and having to like hear themselves say it. Which is what
Mm-hmm.
he did to her. He basically was like, "Yeah, I get it, but like when would that be funny?"
Made
It
her
was
look real
good.
bad. Made
It
her look
was
real bad.
good.
Okay, sorry guys. It was getting kind of dark, so Bex had to turn on a light or two. Um, but my next note says Victoria yelling to a producer, there's literally no one he can marry here besides me.
Okay, you were never in the top. You weren't making it, honey. You
What?
weren't.
This is where I was starting to think that we're watching someone who's actually like mentally ill, like not okay. Because the way that she viewed herself in the house is like so far fetched from what really is the case. She was like, all those girls are gonna be so sad that I'm leaving.
No one was going to be sad. No one even
That's
said
what I'm
goodbye to
saying.
you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that she really thinks that, and she's like the most hated one. So she actually starts crying in these interviews, which is
I love
interesting.
it.
I know. Um, I wrote, no, she's a bully. That's why she's sobbing. Hyperventilating is what I wrote. So now we're at the rose ceremony. He picks Brittany first, which was a stance. It was a
That's
move.
the message for sure.
Yeah. My next note says justice for Maggie. I feel like we're just really downplaying Maggie. We never
Sh-
see her.
she has had like 3 words this whole season.
And she's beautiful and like just has such a great energy.
Why do we think she hasn't gotten any screen time?
Unproblematic.
Yeah.
It upsets me. And he left her in one of those like pumpkin squash boats on the group date that she was on. So wait,
Yeah, that
lips
was on
looking
purpose.
cute.
I know, not like yours though.
Okay, well that pisses me off. New girls getting the roses. He was like picking the new girls first. Um, I also wrote during this. Oh, I love that. I wish I had one.
Bachelor
Need more
season.
Abigail. At this point,
Wait.
we hadn't seen much of Abigail since like the first impression rose. So I was like, what the fuck is happening? We're wasting so much time with these random bitches.
Yep. Yeah, and
Um,
she was wondering too. She got really discouraged.
yeah, and I would too. Like she's kind of just getting caught in the crossfires here.
But here's the thing Abigail did what she needed to do, and she spoke her true feelings to Matt.
She sure did.
She wasn't afraid of what he was going to say. She just
Yeah.
took control. She took charge and shared her true
What are you
feelings.
what are you saying? Your tone
And
seems a bit pointed.
no, never.
Yeah.
And But
What are you saying?
she was rewarded for this,
Mm.
for sharing her insecurities and for sharing, that she was feeling like, what was going on, and then got vulnerable with him.
The way she's looking at me, like really thinking she's calling me out right now, is kind of crazy. We all know no
Did you
one
guys see
likes
the
to get.
last episode? Sydney did a coup on me, so
No one did a coup. A new vocab since the storming of the Capitol.
Yeah, right. I had to
Okay.
Google how to spell it.
I know. I know. I kept seeing it everywhere. I'm like, coop. Um, okay, and then another quote from Victoria. Does Matt want a wife that constantly creates drama or a wife like me?
um, I
Delusional.
think that would be option C, both A and B.
All of the above.
All of the above. That's the trick question on the SAT.
Yeah. Um, and then I just have a quick Serena C with a vomiting face because he picked her. I was pissed.
You hate Serena C. What
Well,
is
she
this
just
about?
talks like this, and her eyes are half closed, and she thinks she's hot shit. Um, just not a fan. Just not a fan.
Okay.
Um, next note. Didn't pick Lauren! Exclamation point. Pissed.
That's the truck girl.
No, Lauren was the beautiful attorney that he gave the
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
the
always mix
group
them
date with.
up.
Don't say that. Yeah. Sent sent Mari home too. Shocked.
Okay.
She's
You
gonna be
you
thinking about
mixed up the Serenas.
that. Yeah, one is Asian and one is like I don't know what the other one is.
Asian.
The other
No, she's
Serena
like
isn't
Latina.
Asian. I don't know what she is. She's very ambiguous, quite like myself. Um,
Same.
yeah, we're all yeah. Um, sent Mari
Sydney,
home
wait, hold on. Sydney called me Euro today, and I was like, you better not.
too. Well, she has Eurocentric features. I'm just saying.
You better not.
I'm sorry. I'm
Don't
sorry.
include me with those Euros.
I said what I said. Um,
Okay.
I just feel like a lot of the big players, like Mari was in the running, I thought. Like, I mean, at least she was just
No.
getting like a lot of airtime, maybe.
No, I'm tired of women that look like Mari.
Oh,
Sorry, Mari, you're gorgeous, but like,
she is
it's
beautiful,
not
but
your fault.
wait,
But
her
like,
without,
it's just so Kim K,
yeah,
Kylie, like
it is.
the same features, the same makeup, the same hair. Like, it's just change it up, do something
She was
different.
very insta-batty.
Yeah, and I'm just like tired of that look.
Okay. Yeah. So the next one, so he doesn't pick Victoria. Oh, are you
Yeah,
okay? You're
she.
talking to your mirrors that you.
No, my mirror's on this side. This is my friend on this side.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Victoria didn't get a rose.
Oof.
And she said,
I was
I'm
like,
not the one.
he said, mm-mm.
So Chris Harrison was like, everyone, say your goodbyes. She's looking around. No women want to hug her. No
Well,
one wants
she's
to say
also standing
goodbye.
there. She's also standing there with her arms crossed, like pissed.
Well, and it looked like she almost like went behind people. Did
Yeah.
you notice that? Like, I thought she was gonna stay. Like, I
Yeah.
thought she was like, like, no, I'm not leaving. Because I thought for the rose ceremony she was in the front row, and then all of a sudden there's like tons of people in front of
Well,
her.
she had to like walk through people to get to him. Yeah, it was weird.
But then, yeah, she's like, I'm not hugging you.
Yeah. Well, I have another quote. She walks up to
The
him.
quotes, the
I know, right?
quotes.
Well, because she's got a lot of quotables. She's like hilarious. She walks up to him, arms crossed, and he's sitting there like, oh fuck. She goes, I feel so sorry for you that you listen to hearsay and not the facts. He's
Ugh.
not my king.
Yeah, he's not. And he'll also watch this show, as he has already, all these episodes. And no wonder his friends were talking about you on the golf course.
Well,
I
right.
mean,
You're a
still
terrible.
inappropriate, but
Yeah, but
your
terrible
colors
person.
have shown.
And then I wrote, girls happy without her immediately.
Oh, 100%. Like,
They're
I
like
think
choosing.
the house
Yeah.
is, once MJ is gone, the house
Oh,
is going to be a breath of fresh air.
for sure. Um, she thinks the house will be sad that she's gone. She's delusional. Never dating another Matt. I hate that name now.
Oh, yeah.
Very
That's
12,
funny.
12-year-old, very seventh grade.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So moving on, Rachel gets a one-on-one. Yeah. Yeah. Let's unpack that. Why did you have you breathe?
I don't know well, Rachel, I don't have you did you see that TikTok I sent you? Like Rachel is definitely like coming out as like a white supremacist, like
Her
or just
parents
like
like fund Trump things.
yeah, and I don't know, like and whatever, you know how I feel, but
And she's been liking during the George Floyd protest, she was liking like MAGA shit and was liking pictures of and stuff of people being like, well, read all the facts, like not aligning with the protesters or anything.
and see like that's again I feel like she has the right to do that. I just find it weird that she's on The Bachelor with a black bachelor. That's where I'm a little confused, but cuz like yeah, I like her, but I don't like what I'm hearing about her. And the
Mhm.
only reason why I like her on the show is I think she's gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
So kind of like what I was saying, like the Mari look, like Mari's beautiful, but like it's everyone is Mari now.
Hmm.
You know, but like Rachel has her own type of look to her, but still has similar type features, you know?
Well,
Um,
Rachel, if we didn't know anything, I really would like her. Like
yeah,
if I
she'd
was
be my
watching
front.
it, yeah, she would be my front runner until the dinner. We'll get to that. But yeah, she gets
Sure.
the best one-on-one date out of
Yeah.
all of them. She gets all these clothes
Shoes,
and red
Louboutins.
bottoms,
Yeah.
Louboutin. And she, of course, they do this tacky shit where she has to walk in with the bags of clothes and sit with all the girls and they all have to like be like, oh my god.
So annoying. Like I
They're
would
all
never show
pissed.
them.
I would never. Well,
Well,
and now there are girls who haven't even spent time with him and she's walking in with like bougie clothes and shoes from
well,
a
I
one-on-one.
also think that I know we talked about this. She reminded me a lot of like and he even said it like girls back where he's from like I could see his mom looking like that when she was
Yeah.
younger, you know,
Mhm.
like and that's why I think she has a really far chance to go, um or she has a chance to go far I should say,
Mhm.
because I think he does see a lot of like his back home or like his
Yeah.
mom or women that he knows already.
Well, and let's face it, Matt was a registered Republican until, I mean, he probably still is, I don't know, but was getting a lot of flack for that. I think, Rachel, including her past, probably aligns with a lot of the women that he's dated. He is the token black friend in his group of friends. And I can't imagine the kind of things that he's heard or been around that is normal to him based on that in his like Vineyard Vines ass friend groups. You know what I mean?
Vineyard Vines.
So I'm
See
just
that
saying
the reference for me would have been like Abercrombie and Fitch friend group.
that's old though. The new is
They're
Vineyard
coming back though. Abercrombie and Fitch is
Yeah,
like
but they've kind
hot.
of rebranded. Yeah, they're not.
They have plus size now. Like
Yeah,
if you
that's what
were
I'm
plus
saying.
size walking in, literally, the workers would be like, "We don't have anything for you here."
Guys, I was 12. I was a size medium in Target juniors, and I had to wear an XL at Abercrombie. They were fat phobic as
Well,
hell.
And Abercrombie was for like the adults. Abercrombie and Fitch would be the equivalent like to the Vineyard Vines, like for like kids, really kids and teens, and the sizes were even smaller,
Mm-hmm.
like for my arm.
Yeah. Um,
Any whoosies. So yeah, he's definitely the token. I mean, they have a lot in common, is what we're trying to
they have a
say.
lot in common. I don't think that any of the stuff that's coming out about her would affect the way that he sees her at all, is what I'm saying.
No, oh God, no.
No, God no.
Probably
Um,
points.
yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, same. Well, okay. So then they're on the dinner date, and she starts off, I'm so insecure. I'm just so insecure, and I just like I don't have any self-worth, and I don't like myself, and like, I'm just gonna have to learn to love who I am, as if that has anything to do with anything that they
The
were talking about.
manipulation.
The manipulation from out the gate. And Matt, it's a dumbass, he's just like, you know what? I love everything about you, even the things you don't like. I like them about you. I just really am feeling this. Like, I could see a future with you, like he says to everyone.
Yada yada yada.
I'm just like, what do you know about her? You didn't even ask. Once again, you didn't ask what she doesn't like about herself. So how do you know that
What does
you
she even
like
do
the
for a
thing?
living?
You don't know anything. He asks no questions. No questions. She's and just start off. I'm so insecure. Can you imagine? I'm on a first date with someone and I start off saying that I'm so insecure and I hate myself and my body.
Yeah, I feel like I've done that probably.
Can't. I can't. Well, manipulative. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, I remember the first time me and Nick hung out, and we ended up at Sonic. We were supposed to go to Gene and Jude's, but that didn't happen, and so we ended up at Sonic for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
and I ordered popcorn chicken. He's like, "You can eat it all if you want," because like I had like three. I think I was like kind of nervous, but he's like, you should eat it."
I
Encouraged me to
love
eat it.
that. I love
Yeah.
it. Um,
Wait, that sounds like a feedy thing. It wasn't. I promise.
Feedy, why are you saying that as negative? You're kink shaming.
Wait, I'm acting like
Cancel
the girls.
her.
I'm acting
Cancel
like the
her.
girls on The Bachelor.
Lit-
Wait, we had been saying though that I love shaming women.
yeah, no, for sure. That's why it's
Sexuality.
yeah. She keeps revamping this lip. I love it. Um,
Well, I
okay,
keep taking a sippy sip.
my next note says Piper's getting a lot of screen time this
I hate
episode.
Piper.
Hate
Bye.
Piper, hate Piper,
Leave.
hate. And I watch these other YouTubers that talk about The Bachelor, and they're so far up Piper's ass. And let me tell you why.
What?
Piper is the new, like, she's the new vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like biracial, light skin, tight curls, but like light brown hair, like medium brown hair. She like the Bridgerton girl, the only main
Mm.
black
So
girl.
they're fetishizing.
Exactly. It's like the new digestible black woman is this like biracial, looks the same as everyone else. It's just like, oh, I
I'd
don't know.
rather have a dark chocolate piece.
Same, same. So I just she has no flavor to me. She's just I don't know, boring. But Matt can't get enough.
Well,
Matt like wants to tear her clothes off, and I don't
it is
understand.
so weird. And I see, and I think she's pretty for sure.
Of
I don't think
course.
she's an ugly girl by any means, but she thinks she's everything plus. And I'm like,
And she said nothing
honey,
on like Lauren, like
nothing.
the girl, the truck girl. Hate that. I don't know her name because she was my favorite.
I
Um,
loved her.
yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like the flavor, the style. Like Piper's more like again like his mother, like the Pinterest type, like just in vibe.
Christian Girl Autumn. Like she still
Christian
falls
Girl
underneath
Autumn.
the Christian Girl Autumn, which is
Exactly.
definitely his type,
Mhm.
but it's someone with a deeper complexion
Mhm.
and with more of a texture in her hair.
Mhm.
So viewers like it, he likes it.
Mhm.
She is like what Cindy said, it's like digestible. You
Yeah.
can handle it. It's not too abrasive for people that
Mhm.
don't want to see it, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, so um he okay, wait. I'm just
She
gonna
gotta go though. I just gotta say she gotta go. She thinks she deserves one-on-ones
wait.
every other day. And I'm
I
like,
don't s-
bye-bye.
yeah, I don't see her going home anytime soon, but she definitely needs to go cuz she won't
Hmm.
be the one he picks. Like she just won't.
No, poor
Um
thing.
I also wrote, this is going back to Rachel, but I just wrote likes Rachel because she requires literally nothing of him. She's just like, Matt's so perfect. Oh my God. And
Me.
yeah, same. Um, and he says he's falling in love with Rachel. Rachel's like, I'm falling in love with you.
He's told every girl on the one-on-ones, like, I totally see myself falling in love with you.
I want a wife that's just like you, has told every single girl.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're on to the group date now. I just want to like pinpoint just a moment of the group date that I thought was amazing. So MJ is trying to like get so much attention from like not being a farm girl and like hating the farm girl activities that Matt starts to like hug her and console her. He throws this egg at her and like she catches it but it like breaks in her hand, whatever. She runs to him. Okay, and is like, oh my God, like I have egg on my hands, like running. He sprints away from her, runs right into Piper's arms, and starts making out with her for like a minute and a half.
And then she sees them and she's like, well, this is awkward. Yeah, MJ, he doesn't like you.
I've never, that's the only time I felt bad for her because that was straight up fucked up.
Well, I don't I mean, I'm not as well versed in this franchise, but
That
like
doesn't
it
happen
doesn't
like
seem
that.
right to be like making out on the group date. Like I feel like the group dates they're usually pretty PG if they're around everyone else.
Well, and Piper was kind of just waiting with open arms, like, do you want to come into my interview and talk with me? And he just like makes out with her. And of course she's like into it,
Cuz
but
she
then
was
like,
looking Christian Girl Autumn
yeah,
hardcore.
yeah. Well, and he like picks her up. They're like making out in
It's
front of these cameras.
gross. It was
And so,
gross.
of course, I think once MJ saw it, then all the girls looked over there and like they saw it, right? And so now Michelle's upset because
Michelle was upset.
Michelle had a unique experience because she came in and went right into a one-on-one and like had this alone time with him and this great date. And now she's having to like, after forming a connection with him already for a whole day, she's having to sit and watch him interact with all the other girls, which does
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
Um, but Katie, again, our queen, is like consoling Michelle in the corner, like patting her back, being like, it's okay, I know it's hard. I'm like, Katie, you're just here for the women at
Yeah,
this
oh, for sure.
point.
Yeah, she's an activist.
Just for the women. Um, and I wrote down again, he's really liking Chelsea. He like really likes her. Like really likes her. Chelsea's the
I
bald
know, but I think she's not going to last too long.
one. She's too fashion forward.
Yeah.
Um, I wrote Abigail insecure.
Yeah, we've
And
talked
then
about this.
yeah, but okay, so Abigail warns him about future kids possibly being deaf.
Duh. We could
I
have
know,
pegged
duh,
that
right?
though,
But like then she tells him that her own dad walked out on them when
that's
uh
sad.
her and her sister got cochlear implants.
Which was smart of her though to use that to her advantage because then he related.
The
Like,
dad, yeah.
yeah, I didn't have a dad in my life either, and yada yada.
Wait, you're
Let's run
so
away
funny.
together.
The manipulative brain to use that to her advantage. I think she just was legitimately worried about that.
No, I think she was using her trauma to like continue to deepen the relationship.
You would think that. Um, okay.
But
Oh
who
my
got the rose?
God. Abigail.
Duh.
Okay, so
Because
what
she
you're
let
saying is you
her.
condone being manipulative, is what you're saying. Because earlier, when you and I were talking about a certain boy in my life, you seemed to really like, oh my God, like, you're being so manipulative. Like, I just can't believe this. I
Wait,
can't
you're
be a
outing
part of
yourself at
Wait,
this
I just
point.
can't be a part of this.
Wait, you're outing yourself.
I'm not outing anything. I'll own up to it all. I'm just
Any
saying, Rebecca
whoosies.
picks and chooses when manipulation is okay.
No, I do like hers. Okay, I don't know if it was an intentional manipulation on her part, but I definitely think that I mean, yeah, she said that to further their relationship, and whether she knew that his father was in the picture or not, who knows? But like, of course, that's gonna bond you guys even more. That was, I mean, that was a chess move. I'm pretty sure of it.
Of course.
But
So,
it was one I approve of.
yeah, of course. So, then he meets with MJ and he tells her again, Matt naming names. Well, not he didn't name the names, but he outed saying that, people are saying that she's causing some of the drama in the house.
Yeah,
And
you left a straggler hanging.
exactly. Her Aunt Serena C. But
Watch your mouth with Serena C. She's
you
not as
know,
bad. She
you need
was
to go
not as
back and
bad.
rewatch. You need to go back and
She was
rewatch.
not as bad.
You need to go back and rewatch, especially the Sarah episodes. She piled on hard on Sarah.
Okay, but she also was one of the girls that was affected when Sarah came in. And like, I do agree, like, why she's so upset is because she hasn't gotten any time with him, but she's also not being assertive to get the time.
No. And like she hasn't said more than 2 words to Matt. It's just like, okay. Okay. So anyways, MJ hears this and she acts all nonchalant, like it doesn't bother her to Matt. She's like, no, like I promise you I'm good. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Then she goes out and talks to the girls and immediately she's like, so, ladies, Matt has said that one of you brought it to his attention that I'm, causing trouble in the house. Your little pout, look at you. So cute. And okay, Jasenia, my new queen.
Josania.
My new queen didn't know she had this fire in her. I am just, blown. She comes right out and says, "You know what? Because if it were me, I would have just sat my happy ass there." I'm like, she'll never know. She'll
Yeah.
never know.
I won't have to worry about this until it airs and we won't be friends by
Exactly.
then.
Exactly. She'll never know. Well, and they didn't even show Jasenia telling Matt that. They didn't
I
even
know.
show that. So
Which shows that her date must have been that boring.
yeah, yeah. So Jasenia comes right out and she's like, "I mentioned your name." Right?
Wait, that would be me though, I think though. Like, yeah, what's it to you? What's it to you?
She's
You
like,
said
"I
it,
sure
didn't
did."
you?
He asked who was a part, who was, well, no, and this is what I'm saying. She's so articulate too. She literally was like, "He asked, I mentioned your name because you brought up the varsity versus JV terms,
Hmm.
which you did."
She started it.
Uh-huh. And so she's like, "He asked who was starting that culture, and I did bring your name up." And MJ immediately gets heated. It's all downhill from here.
Which
It
you
is
always know if someone gets that decisive and like
defensive.
defensive, that's yeah, if someone gets that defensive and like quick and angry and loud, like they're clearly offended
Hmm.
and upset that you just like caught them in it.
Yeah, like where
Speaking
there's
from
smoke, there's
experience.
yeah, like where there's smoke, there's fire for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so Jasenia and MJ proceed to take over the rest of the episode and have this duel, this fight until the end of it. And at the very end of the episode, they both have their bags packed, walking to the couches. They're going to have a 2-on-1 date with Matt. And basically, I think the producers obviously set this up because there's like requirements for every season. I think like you have to send like someone home on a 1-on-1. You have to have a 2-on-1 date and send someone home. So this was the perfect time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and MJ just sitting there being like, "I promote peace and harmony. I'm a leader, and I lead with love." And Jasenia is like,
Okay.
"When did you do that?" Like, what? Also, you're
She's
not
like,
a
honey,
leader.
he'll see this. Like, he's going to see. Like, you're preaching peace and love and harmony, but like, what?
Amazing. Amazing. Because nobody usually breaks the third wall and talks about that. But Jasenia literally was like, "You know what? When this airs, this won't be a problem." Like he'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Ugh.
Um,
What do
I
you
do
think's gonna happen? Do you think
well,
that like he's gonna? Who do you think he's gonna side with? Because one of them's going home. We know it already. That because the producers are like, bring your suitcase with. Did you see how
well,
they like set their
yeah.
suitcase down? And she's like,
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't like that they're doing this to Jasenia because she even if Matt doesn't believe her, why would that be enough to go home? Like she hasn't done anything for him to send her home. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
Like
he just
she's
doesn't want like gossip and drama. So like if she's so if MJ convinces him that she's the gossip, she's the one that's like now tarnishing MJ's name, he's gonna be like, well, you gotta go.
listen, I can't think of a world where that would be the case because Jasenia is like clocking MJ left and right with these rebuttals. She is
Mm-hmm.
saying so many perfect things.
Yeah.
And MJ just keeps getting pissed and saying she promotes peace and harmony. Um, so I think that obviously MJ will be going home. I think it'll be great to watch. I
I'll be
think it'll
pissed
be
if it's not.
yeah, I Matt shocks me every week, so I won't be shocked if something else happens, but I think Jasenia will be staying put. I don't know.
What so okay, after this episode, who are your like top three people?
Jasenia, Katie, and Michelle.
Hmm, okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna say wait, we didn't even talk about Kit.
Kit. I know. I have a couple notes here about how he was dressed like Justin Bieber for the date.
Wait, he thought he was looking fly.
Wait, dressed like early Justin Bieber, like leather jacket
I
over a
loved it.
sweater.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
hated it. I hated it.
Wait, he thought he was looking really good because like Kit breaks down and even is like, I grew up in the limelight with my mom being a famous fashion designer and like I really need someone I can like have comfort with and yada yada. And was crying because they were going to be cooking and she had mentioned to him like, my heart is in the kitchen. That's where me and my mom bond. Like if he remembered that
The
our
drama.
date's gonna be cooking. I feel bad for her though. Like why everyone else's one-on-ones are like an all-day experience and hers was just an evening making cookies.
If you think about it, what could you give Kit that she hasn't already done? Like
True.
that's the thing is like I think he knew to like get to her emotionally that it would have to be, well, let me just say this. I don't
The
think he planned,
producers.
yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't plan this at all. But I think, it would be more interesting to see the rich girl, the famous girl, just at home. But I will say Kit is like watching paint dry to me. She is so boring that it's
Oh,
ridiculous. Um,
I like her.
I of course he made out with her because he made out with everyone, but
His eyes
uh,
were closed.
yeah, probably because he knew at that point.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I don't know. I see it as a telltale sign.
I think she's painfully boring, but I think that, he lives in New York now. Her mom is a New York fashion designer. I
Yeah.
think it would probably, I'm not going to write her out just because of that, you
You
know.
know I love like climbing the tiers and he'd be an idiot not to.
Opportunistic of him, but
Yeah.
I would understand, you know what I
I
mean?
knew you weren't going to want to talk about her date because you like hate her.
She just doesn't excite me at all. I'm just really unimpressed by the whole
Mm,
thing.
it hurts. Okay, so your tops then are Michelle,
Katie,
Josenia, and Katie.
just Sonia, yeah.
So are those just your top favorite girls, or like do you think they're gonna make it to the top three now?
Those are my top favorite girls. I think Michelle definitely will make it to the top three. I think Rachel will make it to the top three. Um, I I don't know who else really.
Okay, that's
What do
okay.
you
So
think?
Michelle, so your
Probably
top
Piper.
three favorites, and then you think like top three that are gonna make it so far: Piper, Rachel, and Michelle. I
Mm-hmm.
think my top three girls are um
That you
Abigail.
just like?
Yeah, that I like.
Oh, I forgot about Abigail. What the hell?
Abigail. Well, too late for you.
I will remove Katie for Abigail. For
Okay.
Abigail.
Yeah. For girls that I like, I think Abigail, um, Kit, sorry.
Oh, that
And
upsets me about you.
wait, who else do I like? And fudge. I like Rachel. I know. I
Do you
know. I
see
like her on the
yourself?
show.
Do
What?
you see yourself
It's her lashes. I don't
being
know why.
swindled?
Yeah, oh yeah, easily.
Being swindled.
Top three that are gonna make it though are gonna be Rachel, Brittany, and Michelle.
Yeah, I think Brittany might make it.
Yeah, I think Brittany's
Just
gonna make
from
it.
the research that we've done behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I just can't believe that with everything we know that you like Rachel.
Okay, but like, okay, I guess because well, I mean, just on the show, not like outside information, just like watching the show. If I didn't know what was going
Mm-hmm.
on social media, but that's the problem. Is I feel like we're what 4 or 5 episodes into this, 5 episodes into it now,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I haven't bonded with any of these girls.
Yeah, except for Abigail. Um,
Abigail,
but
I
you know
like
what,
Josenia
Rachel?
too, but I think I like Rachel more than Josenia.
Oh, Rachel's done a really good job, especially with him. Like he mentioned this um, of staying out of things, right? So
That's
every
yes.
every time he sees her or they're in a group or whatever, she's just kind of to herself and um she's not involved with all the JV. They didn't show her once in any of that stuff.
Hmm.
Like she has stayed out of the drama. So I will commend her for that. But as far as like her personality, I don't get it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's mostly her looks for me. I just think
Again,
she's one of the prettier
yeah.
ones.
If she hadn't sat down at dinner and started to say how insecure she was, that really rubbed you the wrong way. But the rest of it, she's had a pretty squeaky clean image on the show.
Yeah.
It also
It just
bothers me that she didn't come out since the show, since all of these allegations. She hasn't said anything, which makes me believe that she does make it pretty far.
yeah, for sure. Oh, she's not going to ruin her chances yet. I also think it again, I think I just said this, but it just reiterates that like he's not making connections with these girls and like we're like grasping at straws just to find ones we like because
Hmm.
we know nothing about them.
Well, and he hasn't really like talked about not liking the girls. Like he hasn't really went on a date and was like, I wasn't feeling it. Like every
Yeah.
single date, he will find something to like about the girl, the woman. Um, which is, I guess, I feel like I know men like that. Like I feel like men kind of have no expectations from women, and Matt is one of them, where like you don't need to be anything for him to
Yeah.
like you. He just will
Yeah.
like you. Um,
Gross.
gross,
You would hate
exactly.
that.
I would hate
You're
that.
like, please write me a novel for everything that you love about me. And
Exactly. Like
and a novel for each.
he couldn't tell any of these women what he likes about
None.
them.
Yeah, nothing.
Um, so we shall see where this
We shall
goes.
see. I'm excited though.
I'm gonna should I keep taking the notes? Do we like that?
Yeah, I think it's great. It helps keep us on track.
I think so too. Especially since last week we like didn't know who got certain roses and shit.
Well, because it was Piper. We hate
Yeah,
Piper.
because it was Piper. Um,
Sorry,
so,
Piper.
sorry. Maybe they're just showing you in a weird light, but
No.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, we'll see you soon because we have a pod coming up. But thank you so much for listening and thank you for noticing.
Bum 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 bum.
Bye.